little bit of a situation this evening. Miss Sienna, not feeling 100%, are you? Possibly a little bit colicky. She's been to the loo. She's been to the loo all day. But the hunt were around this afternoon. I wasn't here, I was at work. But someone messaged me to say they're very close by. And when I got home from work, she was shaking. So it was obviously literally just happened. And her tail was twitching a lot. And she was peeing quite a lot and just kind of staring out as if she'd seen the hunt. So I don't know how close they were. I don't really think she can see that much out of her stable window, but I'm assuming they were very nearby. Anyway, kind of thought it was a bit odd. Come out now and she's got a bit of a squitty poo in the stable and she's a very regular mare. And I just took her rug off and went to feel her tummy. She was not happy about that at all. She really not happy. I mean, she nearly bit my arm off, which is so unlike her. She, and she just looks a bit sorry for herself. So I'm going to take her for a walk in the arena. Thankfully, she's not rolling. She's not... Can we get in? She's not, like, kicking out or anything like that. And by the looks of it, she's eaten the little bit of haylage I've given her. Now you're worrying me. You're making me think you're going to try and roll. No, she's going to the loo again. It'll be interesting to see what she does. That doesn't sound very good. So she's just gone to the loo. It's very squitty. Which is, I don't think I've ever known her to have a really upset tummy or anything. Oh, thank you. Like that. Oh, there's some solid in it, actually. Don't worry, I'm not going to show you guys. Oh, there's a little bit of solid in it. Okay, that makes me feel a smidge better. I think she's got really upset about the hunt and it's like wound her tummy up and she's kind of having the aftermath of it. She still wants to eat. She's still drinking. She's still peeing. But when I went to touch her tummy earlier, like there, she wasn't happy. So no, you weren't happy, were you? You made sure I knew you weren't happy. So I'm going to go and hand walk her now. And also I've listened to her gut and I can hear movement. The thing you don't want to do is ever listen to their tummy and not hear anything because that's a worry. But there's definitely gut noises going on. And the fact is she has passed some poo. And, it looks like enough. It's not like it's just, a little bit of water or anything. There's actual solid bits of poo in there. So that's something. But you're obviously feeling a bit sore, aren't you? These horses. Good girl. Anyway, let's go and hand walk her in the pitch black. We're having a little hand graze. She's very on edge and she's still spending lots of time looking out across the field. So I don't know how close the hunt were, but I feel like they must have been visible to her the way she's looking around still. This is what I mean. She's absolutely convinced that there is something out there. Gosh, look at all this mist. It's quite foggy out here again tonight. There's nothing out there, Sienna. I mean, there might be deer, to be fair, but... meant to be calming. It's meant to be calming. She's like, something's out there. I think I might have actually made the situation worse. She's wound up. He's wound up. He's upset because I obviously took her out and gave her a walk around. I think she's more wound up now because I gave her a walk around. She's all rather alert and I think I spooked her taking her out in the dark. You're like, you can't win, can you? He's trashed his bed because he was upset because she wasn't there. I honestly don't know what to do for the best out there. The pair of them are on such high alert and just flapping around the stable. It's nearly like she's coming back into season. She's peeing a lot and obviously got slightly squitty poos, which she wouldn't normally get when she's in season. But she does look uncomfortable and she sort of doesn't know what to do with herself. So I could possibly give her a little bit of bute, but I kind of want to watch her for a few more hours before making that decision. I might actually message my vet because it's not too late yet. I could do with Coop just chilling out as well. He's not helping at all. But she wants to eat, which is a good sign because sometimes when she is coming into season, she doesn't really want to eat much either, but she's happy to eat out there. She's just flapping around the stable a lot. So I still think it's the stress of the hunt being around and it's just wound her up, and me taking her out on the lead then was not obviously a good idea because I've seemed to have wound her up even more, taking her out in the dark. But I think I'm just going to leave her for half an hour and let her calm down a bit and then go back out and see if she's been to the loo again, and what kind of mess the stable's in and how much haylage she's eaten. But peculiar one. Before I go to bed, it's just gone 10:30. I've just gone back out to check Sienna Thankfully, she's looking a lot better. She's looking a lot brighter, back to her normal cheeky self. She's snacking on some haylage. She wanted carrots, and she did another poo while I was there, and it was so much better, much more like normal. So I'm hoping it was just the stress of the hunt being around. Fingers crossed. I'm actually going to leave her now for the night. I'm so fortunate that I'm right next door to my horses. So if for any reason she did start rolling in the night or she was banging around, I would hear her. So I feel comfortable me going to bed now and leaving her to have a bit of peace. But yeah, definitely looked brighter when I went out there. So thank goodness for that, because I was panicking, thinking, oh, I hope this is not colic. And you can't help but also think you don't want it to be colic, and you also don't want to be getting a vet out in the night because you know it's going to cost you an absolute fortune. So fingers crossed, she's going to be all right through the night. Morning. Madam survived the night. Actually, a very tidy stable and good droppings this morning, which was great. Still staring out of her window a lot. She's absolutely wired this morning. You think she'd been locked in a stable for a month the way she's come out. The sort of first 5 minutes, she was literally bucking her way down the road. And she's just a bit on edge and a bit all over the place, and she's just very rah about everything. Thankfully, I got a job cancelled this morning, because otherwise I wasn't going to get a ride in, because as I said yesterday, the hunt is back out again today, a different hunt. I so hope they're not going to be anywhere near us, because I don't think she'd cope with another day of the hunt. I don't know why it's wound her up so much. She's had the hunt, you know, ever since she's been here. She's been here since she was a 3-year-old. So I'm not sure why it was such a problem yesterday, but by her getting in a pickle, she then sort of gave herself tummy ache and then ended up giving herself like a little bit of colic, because she's also quite gassy as well. So yeah, it's smoke. I know there's how you'll see. No, the camera's not picking up. There's a lot of smoke coming from over there. Anyway, she really needs a good canter, it would seem. But if I put her on the lunge in the arena, she's just going to go bonkers, and she's going to try and gallop. And we know that doesn't do her any favours. Ooh, it's very scary, isn't it? So I'm glad that her droppings were all good. Could do with less of the kind of like that she's like today, but thankfully no hunt will be heard, and she'll settle. And the weather's really changed as well, which is not helping. It's gone kind of, you can feel the wind coming. The temperature's risen a little bit. Also, it's meant to be stormy, isn't it, tomorrow night, I think. And I always think the horses can sense it. So, yeah. Fun times, eh? Fun times. She's looking for cows. She's like, where are those cows? She never forgets what fields cows have once been in. Never. Guess what we can hear? The hunt. Yeah. Our road is closed, and the hunt lorry went down it about 15 minutes ago, had to slam on his brakes, sent all his horses flying, upset the hounds, and reversed his way back up. And so that set all the horses off, including the little ponies that I went to get out of their field because I lunged them at mine. So they're all wound up, and now I've heard them just get off the lorry in the distance. And my two have definitely heard them get off the lorry in the distance. Where's Coop? Coop, can you hear them? He's like, yeah, I can definitely hear them. Also, the amount of people that keep going down our road that's closed is brilliant. You can hear them, can't you? Sienna's back to staring out the window. Anyway, I'm going to put the radio on to see if I can drown out the sound of the hounds, hey? Good girl, you're looking a lot calmer though. Hang on a second. What's going on with this weather? There's even the sun out. Oh, it's been a while. It's not even windy. It's amazing. I'm about to go for a ride, because you've got to appreciate days like this, because they're so rare at this time of year. So we're out enjoying the weather. Got Hyper Girl next to me here, and she saw some cows and flipped her lid, and in the process of flipping her lid, managed to kick Corporal. Oh God, my heart sunk. Anyway, because he was shaking, bless him, because Coop has a lot of self-preservation. He doesn't like other horses near him because he doesn't want to get hurt by them. Even from a 4-year-old and me eventing him, he nearly get me off in a warm-up, because if another horse came anywhere near him, he'd shoot in the other direction. Honestly, so many times I've nearly hit the deck because of that with him. And so I always, leading off of him, and he's so good to allow me, but you've got to hope that horse is never going to hurt him, because I'm putting him in a situation that he doesn't want to be in. Anyway, she did a massive buck, double barrel back out, and because obviously I was facing forward, I wasn't looking behind. I don't know whether she just knocked into him in the process of bucking, whether she did slightly catch him. I mean, I know he didn't get the full force, but either way, I jumped off and had a look. I can't see anything on him, but and he's fine in walk, but I've yet to have the trot. I am going to finish the video there, guys. I'm literally about to do a horse herbs order for Sienna and Coop. Sienna hasn't been on the chase tree berry supplement for maybe a week and a half, and I think I've noticed a difference. I really do. So I want to get her some more of that. Stupidly, I hadn't realised it. I think you're meant to take them off it every 2 or 3 weeks for a week, otherwise they get kind of very used to it and it's not so effective, and I haven't been doing that. But I definitely have seen a difference in her in the last week and a half. She's definitely a bit more ratty, so maybe it was helping her. But anyway, I want to get her some more of that and some raspberry leaf, and then I want to get Coop some linseed oil, and a couple of other things that might be worth trying for his skin. So yeah, big order coming in, but I do love their stuff. I do think it's really top notch.